Welcome back to the Red Attack Path, the Exploitable External Service. This is video number 2. Where we left off is we had just barely configured Evil WinRM to function and work for us, and we connected successfully to Windows 10. And we started talking about AMSI. AMSI is what Microsoft defines as a versatile interface standard that allows your applications and services to integrate with any anti-malware products that's present on a machine. AMSI provides enhanced malware protection for your end users and their data, applications, and workloads. So the AMSI or Windows Defender will re-enable the protection every time the Windows 10 box reboots, or let's say a user logs out and logs back in. Sometimes the real-time scanning will re-enable itself. So you may have to go through this each time you load Windows 10 or each day you revisit this lab. So to view the settings, you can, from Evil WinRM, you can type get MP preference. And you'll notice there are some settings. For example, disable real-time monitoring is set to false. We want to change that to true. And there's other settings we want to change to true. There's exclusion paths we want to pay attention to, and other items that are defined under get MP preference. However, if you try to change disable real-time monitoring to true as the user that we're logged in with, it's going to say, hold on, are you sure you want to allow this from the console or through PowerShell? So to be able to bypass AMSI, we need a script that will execute the command that'll change disable real-time monitoring from false to true. And there's multiple methods that exist to bypass AMSI. Please test a few of them and try them out. I'm going to provide one for this lab that you're welcome to use. However, if we all use it for the next 3 months, Microsoft is going to block this method. So hopefully by the end of this next class, this particular method will not have been blocked. So part 2, while we're connected to Evil WinRM, Windows Defender works off of keywords sometimes. Sometimes it works off of behavior, sometimes it works off of keywords. So if you type in AMSI utils and hit enter, if Windows Defender is still blocking, you will see this script contains malicious content and has been blocked by your antivirus software. So while we're connected to AMSI utilities, we are going to execute a script that I have placed in the scripts folder called invoke snow. I'm really hoping for snow this year. That's why I called it that. And I have noticed there's some case sensitive issues with the PowerShell scripts that are in that scripts folder. So just pay attention to that. If your script is not working, maybe check the case and match for what is in the scripts folder. So I'm going to invoke snow, which does my AMSI bypass, which disables the real-time monitoring. And then I'm going to type AMSI utils again, and it's going to come back. Instead of warning me that the script contains malicious content, it's going to say it's not recognized. And that tells me that I have bypassed AMSI. So to build this script in the scripts folder, I have placed the base64 in this PowerPoint that you'll need to take and copy out, and you'll have to echo it, base64 decode it into the invoke snow.ps1 script. And then if you created the file after loading WinRM, you'll have to type exit and go back to the terminal in Kali, reload WinRM, and that script will load as Evil WinRM starts. I've actually had luck, maybe, where I've moved it into that folder and I've been able to use it after I've moved it in. Where I ran into problems is if I updated the script and then replaced it, then it wouldn't execute correctly. Not sure why. And then execute that invoke snow.ps1 every time you connect with Evil WinRM. It's important to do that because the context and the settings that you're setting is inside the context of the process that EvilWinRM is executing within. I did add a couple of lines at the bottom of invoke snow that will turn it off for the system. However, it sometimes doesn't work for the whole system. So just run it every time you connect with EvilWinRM, or you're trying to run a script that is being blocked by Windows Defender. And that is the end of the videos on the exploiting an external service. The external service is WinRM. And also I taught you guys how to use the AMSI bypass. So you bypass the Windows Defender so that we can execute the scripts and the next two techniques. Thank you, and see you in the next video.